Top of the top, family. Top of the morning, everybody. I hope everybody is blessed. I just hope everything is going smooth. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that you love, everybody that you encounter is blessed. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be appreciative of everything that we have. We made it to the day. So, in all actuality, that's good enough. Real for real. So, this morning, man. Oh, I'm coming through. I think I'm passing through Agnes, Virginia right now. I'm in Virginia, but I think I'm specifically passing through Agnes, Virginia, and making my way back down. I actually have to go to Calvert, Alabama, which is not very far from my hometown of Mobile. Really, probably 30 minutes for real. But I go to Calvert, Alabama. I am dropping off some fire bricks that I picked up in York, Pennsylvania. I got to Pennsylvania, I want to say Monday. And Monday, dropped Tuesday. Did I might have had to go somewhere else. I went to somewhere else in Pennsylvania. I forgot the name of the city. But then, once I dropped Tuesday morning, I went to York, Pennsylvania to pick up this current load that I have. It's some fried bricks. It's going to ThyssenKrupp. I have no idea what they do with it. Partner of mine say they might use it to make some kind of product that they can use. But nevertheless, headed down to Calvert. Should be in Tennessee or not too long from now. And just kind of make my way down. But nevertheless, man, today I'm going to pick up on the bar breakdown and review of the track by Don Trip, Outside the Lines, part 2. So this will be part 2. I took like a week off in all actuality, social media, posting content. Last week was a holiday, so I wasn't in my truck. And I didn't feel like doing this shit. So I didn't do it. So yeah, so we're gonna do part 2 today and take a review of my trip outside the lines, part 2. Alright, so remember we broke down the first 3 or 4 bars, maybe the first 2 or 3 bars. In the first video, go check out part 1. Doing trip outside the line bar breakdown. So the next bar,
and if the bill's late, it's nobody's fault but mine.
He says, if the bill's late, it's nobody's fault but mine. Just as a man, you know what I'm saying? That's self-explanatory. I mean, not just as a man. Forgive me, ladies. Forgive me. You know what I'm saying? In 2023, we are in probably the most independent, you know what I'm saying? And whatever else we come up with, time or era that, we've never seen. Women are doing a phenomenal job taking care of themselves, taking care of their family, taking care of their children, holding it down, whatever the case may be. So, if the bills are late, it's nobody's fault but mine. I would say as an adult, or, whatever, take accountability. You gotta take accountability. Ain't nobody coming. You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with my partner Jim. It's really like a 2-year-old conversation at this point, at least 2 years. We was having a conversation one day. He just hit people like, bro, if you really think about it, once you break all this shit down, we decide to want all of these things. We decide to, you know what I'm saying, want to live in a house, or want to live in an apartment, or want to live in our home, want to have our own car, want to travel, and want to buy this and eat this. This shit really felt me. If you really take accountability and break it down, this shit felt. We chose all this shit. honestly, nature provides everything that we need. As far, I'm talking about from shelter, like you could build shelter if you wanted to, out, you know what I'm saying, from outdoors. You can 100% clearly survive with, you know what I'm saying, food and water from outside. So I think sometimes that's why, you know, some you go to places like, you know what I'm saying, LA or California, and you go down, what's it called? Whatever that shit is, road, whatever that shit is, where all the homeless people, you know, kind of migrate. Like, it's thinking like, shit, who got this shit twisted for real, for real? They want me. So, you know what I'm saying? God provided us with everything that we needed outdoors. So all the rest of this shit, like, we choose to have. So ain't no need to complain about some shit that you chose to have. You feel me? So, yeah, man, you gotta take accountability. It's nobody's fault but mine. Then, and then the next bar, he says,
all this weight I carry, I find it hard to smile.
the weight I carry, I find it hard to smile. So, that can be real, you know what I'm saying? Life get hard, life get heavy on everybody. I don't give a damn if you're rich, you know what I'm saying, less fortunate, whatever the case may be, life is life. Everybody. I'm talking about literally everybody, no matter what. Like, none of us can avoid the ups and downs of life, the peaks and valleys of life. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if you are striving for something, or you know what I'm saying, you have responsibilities. Like, it's just, you know, that's just life. Life is going life. Ain't nobody else defeated life. So, sometimes life have you not wanting to smile. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real. That is reality. You know what I'm saying? My wife is one particular friend, and we cool with this. It ain't nothing negative. We cool at this point. But one of her friends, and just her friends in general, they always say he not never smiling. He don't never smile, or he always look at me. It could be that I just don't know you. I don't know you. It could be that I don't know you and I don't like your energy, especially around her. You hear me? Or it just could be that, you know, life is life. And, you know what I'm saying, my mind is somewhere else in that moment or at that particular time. But you never know. I'm saying, life is going life. So that's a hard part too. You know what I'm saying? All this weight I carry, I find it hard to smile, especially as a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? And this is even further in depth, but it's still just in my opinion, especially as a black man. It's, hey man, it's different. It's different. And responsibility, and, you know, just the things that we take on intentionally and unintentionally. Sometimes it get heavy. That's for everybody. So yeah, man. You know, this weight I carry, I find it hard to smile. That's another hard part. Trip started, I don't know. Trip started going into a trance. The next couple bars, he say,
and when they turn their backs, I ain't at all surprised. I knew they wasn't who they claim, I saw all the signs.
Hey, I teach my children. My daughter is 15. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get to a point in this series of probably one of the reasons the first time that I heard this record, it stood out to me the way that it did, because at the end he's talking to his daughter, and man, it just reminded me of something that I had to have or would say to my baby. So I teach my children that expectations get you let down again. Them ain't like, I teach my children to not have expectations of me other than to be your father and to provide and take care of my responsibility, but I don't have no personal expectations of me because we more than likely are not thinking the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just human nature. No two people are thinking the same thing. No two minds are alike. No two people are alike. No two experiences are alike. When they turn their back, I'm not at all surprised. I'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna go through stuff, bro, that's like vitally important to you. And people that you love not even gonna recognize that shit. Not maliciously. You know what I'm saying? Not intentionally maliciously anyway. It's just, you know what I'm saying, everybody got their own life to live. So, and I'm giving the best case scenario, you know what I'm saying, in comparison to this particular part, but when they turn their back, I'm not at all surprised. I just say to that, man, just like, eliminate expectations. If you're being honest with you should be able to admit that maybe people that you love or people that get upset with you shouldn't have expectations of you. You know, that's, but you got to be transparent, a certain type of transparent to have that conversation with you. So the next point, he says, I knew they wasn't who they claim. I saw all the signs. Keep it G, like negativity is habitual. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what to call it. What else you want to call it? But like, man, like, brother, people need to show you who they were. Like, stop pump fake. We just choose to see what we want to and not to want to and don't want to see. And that's just real. Like, we choose that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people show you who they are as long as you give them time. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, when you first meet somebody, especially like in a relationship, that's their representative. Hell, you was your representative. You know what I'm saying? You ain't walk straight up to somebody that you first made up to, however you first interacted with them, and y'all met, or whatever the case may be, and told them all the traumatic shit that you went through in your childhood. You know what I'm saying? All the traumatic shit that you went through in your last relationship, the first time that you met. If you did, you know what I'm saying, salute, maybe that's cool and it worked, but you probably look crazy. So, you know what I'm saying, that's something that you just gotta ease in. You gotta recognize things, man. Actually be honest with you and the people that you dealing with, or that you find yourself upset with. You know what I'm saying? People show you who they are. People always reveal to you are, because and even once you're either not able to, you forget, or you just naturally stop being your representative, you always revert back to who you really are. So they gonna show you the signs. Alright, so the next boy, he just kind of speaks on, you know what I'm saying, kind of referring, you know, basically the last two bars. He say,
I still see the picture clear through my watery eyes. The more I try to hold it in, the harder I cry.
I see the picture clear through my watery eyes. The more I try to hold it in, the harder I cry. I think from that, I just kind of get that a lot of human beings, we're not really taught how to truly deal with our emotions. Especially black people, we're not taught that speaking to other people outside of your house or outside of that conversation is even tolerable. You know what I'm saying? You keep everything that you go through in this house. You know what I'm saying? You don't speak on nothing outside of here. And I understand that to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I've had that conversation with my daughter before, but it was about my habits. You know what I'm saying? As far as what I do in my personal leisure time. But your experiences, your trauma, you need to talk to them. Like, black people, especially the generation prior to me, if we're being honest, their parents, our grandparents, or were children to either people that experienced slavery or who have direct, recountable experiences with slavery. So generationally, like it's just a lot of trauma. And go talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you can, if you're able, they have it set up to where you can talk to therapists online via Zoom now. Like, do your research, man. Go talk to somebody, bro. All that. When I hear older people, or just people in general say, "Oh, so you go to therapy? What? You crazy? What's wrong with you?" First of all, I try to get away from your ass, because you're emotionally unintelligent, and I know then that you got a lot of trauma that you ain't never dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you get that, it irritates me, that bothers me. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying, that just, I can tell you just, so those were kind of filler bars to what he had just previously spoke on. The more I try to hold it in, the harder I cry. Sometimes you gotta, there ain't nothing wrong with crying. As a man, as a woman, as a child, that's just, that's just your body releasing, things that you're dealing with. That's why you feel lighter, or sometimes that's why you feel tired after you have an emotional, release like that. So don't allow nobody to frown upon you or look at you in a certain way because, you allow yourself to release the emotions that you feel. First of all, try to stay away from people like that. I told you, you start going into a trance and feel like. The next boy, you say,
I keep making new mistakes the harder I try. I would probably choke to death if I swallowed my pride.
I keep making new mistakes the harder I try. I would probably choke to death if I swallowed my pride. I don't know. I don't even know if I expect y'all to feel that shit. But I feel it. Because, man, it's just like, boy, I keep trying. And I don't know how to stop. I ain't never stopped trying to fulfill my dreams and my goals and the things that I want to accomplish. But, man, it just feels like the harder I try, the more mistakes that I make. And honestly, in a nutshell, that is life. There is no final peak that you're gonna get to. You know what I'm saying? Like where you have all this shit figured out. That's it. And if you do, either that day or shortly thereafter, you may, you may get called home. So, man, keep pushing, keep trying, keep putting one foot in front of the other. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to fail sometimes. Like you're supposed to go through hardships. You're supposed to go through ups and downs. This is life. Like ain't no blueprint, ain't no instructions. Like it ain't no final answer. And even once you reach the mountaintop in maybe a certain profession or in a certain aspect of life, you still get up there and realize, damn, this is another mountaintop over there. It's another mountaintop over there. You still want and desire new things. So to get to those next mountaintops, you got to go right back down in the gutter, right back down in the valley. You know what I'm saying? To be able to climb back up that next mountain. So just keep putting one in front of the other. Just doing your best. And then he say, I will probably choke to death if I swallow my pride. I'm positive that I've struggled with ego and pride a number of times, and probably still do, probably still am currently, and will for sure at some point in the future. But you got to make a choice and a decision to whether or not you're going to allow your, you know what I'm saying, your ego and your pride get in the way of your progression. Like that's a decision. That's not, you know what I'm saying, that's not happening to you. You're allowing that to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? You make a choice, a decision to allow your pride, your ego to hold you back from things. So you got to be careful, man. Make sure that before you start, you know what I'm saying, pointing the finger, make sure you're not in your own way. For real. Man, I really love this song. This is a perfect record to me. Next bar is,
no matter what I endure, I gotta survive. Cause when the blood's in the water, the sharks will arrive. Yeah.
I just think for me, my perspective, my opinion, what I get from that, what I feel when I hear that, it's just as a man, like, bro, like, it don't matter what you, and I, you know what, I take that back again. Cause it don't have to be man or woman, man, woman, child, whatever. No matter what you go through, like, you got to keep pushing through that shit. If you go through something today and God wake you up tomorrow, like, that shit didn't break you. She did win, bro. Like, it wasn't enough to break you. Like, so what has been put in you to recognize that you're stronger than what you're going through, it's up to you to find. You know what I'm saying? You got to find whatever God has put inside of you to recognize, you know what, okay, this didn't break me. I went through this. I thought this was going to kill me. This broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to lose my mind when I went through this. But I'm going through this right here now. So, damn, maybe I should approach what I'm going through presently with a different mindset. Because if none of that broke me, and what I'm going through currently ain't nowhere even close to what I've experienced prior to this, maybe I should keep going. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should have a different perspective on this. So, and that's what it is. A lot of times, more than likely, most of the time, it should be perspective. You feel me? Like, everything that you go through is perspective. No matter how dark it is, no matter how much of a gray area it is, no matter how uncomfortable it is, you know what I'm saying? Try to look at it from a different perspective. Well, if I would've, you know what I'm saying, in a positive manner though. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta find it. You gotta find a way. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta move past it. However you choose to move past it, you have to move past it. So then he speak on the part of, because when the blood's in the water, the sharks have arrived. And like, honestly, man, like, even if you don't have, you know what I'm saying, even if you ain't in the streets, so to say, like, that's life. Like, that apply to a lot of life. Think about it. I was finna say women. I hear men and women, mostly women, say something along the lines, I'm paraphrasing. Every time I'm by myself and I'm single, I'm healing, I'm just trying to work on me or fix me, somebody such and such show up, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. And that's just, you know, that's just a life metaphor that just came to my head. But and even beyond that, like, anytime that you really going through something, and it may be like a vulnerable state, you know what I'm saying, those sharks seem to surface, and people that maybe don't have the greatest intentions seem to surface, or, you know, the devil be busy and try you in other ways. So we all can relate to that part too. You know what I'm saying? When the blood's in the water, when it's too late, or when it's on the table, when it's the most vulnerable time, like, whew, sometimes it gotta see your test to see. if you trust him, if your faith is stronger than, you know what I'm saying, your desire to break, to give up. So when the blood's in the water, the sharks have arrived. You can apply that to almost anything. We all have been through something that we can apply that to. And I maybe that's just my opinion, but it's really dissecting and think about it. Like, life is life. We all have something in our life that we done gone through, and it have been an extra curveball thrown in the game, or unexpected pop-up or occurrence, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Sharks have arrived. Think about it. That's the end of the first verse, man. Again, the record is by Dun Trip. It's off, you know what I'm saying? This record right here, I forgot on the cover. And the record is called Outside the Lines. So, just doing a breakdown, man. We're gonna do verse 2. I'm gonna actually do 4 to 8 bars at a time. I'm gonna do the first 2. The verse 2 is not super long. I'll tell you how crazy I just split it. So I think verse 2 like 46 seconds. So I done listened to this song a lot of times. I done listened to this song literally probably 300, 400 times in the last 2 weeks. But yeah, so that's it for the day. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna end it with the end of verse 1. And that's what we gonna, you know what I'm saying, dissect for this part 2. I am going to try to get this down to like 3 or 4 parts. So part 3, I'll do verse 2. I think I might have said verse 3. This is the end of verse 1. But so part 3, I'll do verse 2, and then I still gotta learn. Like verse 1 and 2, I know verbatim. I still gotta learn verse 3. That's what helped me with this, because I don't know if it's because it's a new project. I don't know if it's because Trip is an independent artist. That's more than likely what it is. Or if he's not, you know what I'm saying, a popular radio or label artist, whatever the case may be. But none of these platforms, I got Apple Music right now. I'm not sure if Tidal has it. But none of these platforms, Apple Music, YouTube, have, you know, you know how people are putting, it be other people usually, not the artists, but you know how there'll be like a breakdown of the record, line for line, or, you know what I'm saying, with the lyrics or the lyric video that they call it. None of those exist for this record. So I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only reason that I'm not able to, you know what I'm saying, do like a review with, you know what I'm saying, the lyrics and the record playing. And that's why, man. Love and respect. Dun Trip, Outside the Lines, Bar4Bar breakdown part 2. And I do my best to get y'all part 3 a little bit sooner than I got you part 2. So that's it, man. Love and respect. I'm headed back down towards Alabama. Gotta go to Calvert, Alabama. Right outside of my hometown. So I got a lot of driving to do today. Probably 10 plus hours not getting today. It's all good. Just making my way down. Like I said, I'm coming through Virginia. I'll be in Tennessee here pretty soon. And then once I get to Tennessee, I'll come on to Georgia. Make my way on down to Alabama. Oh, shoot, I'm tweaking. I still gotta go through the Carolinas, huh? Damn. I gotta go to the Carolinas. Well, I gotta go to Tennessee, then the Carolinas, then Georgia, and then I'll slide on down in Alabama. So that's it, man. Love and respect, vegan truck driver. I appreciate all the love and support. Continue to follow us on social media. The Vegan Truck Driver or Vegan Truck Driver Show. Turn on your notifications. know what I'm saying? Make sure that you get updates when videos are being uploaded to the channel. I'll make sure I put it all right on my screen. Alkaline guards, BSM, along with, you know what I'm saying, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Love and respect. Appreciate the support.